Leicester 3, Man United 1 in a disgraceful performance, shit performance, man. Awful. Awful tactically, awful in-game management-wise, awful, you have to say, it turned out being really bad team selection. Although I admit I did kind of look at it at the beginning and think, oh, okay, you got to do this, you got to do that. But hindsight is a wonderful thing, but I'm not the manager. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a fan. What do I know? Um, Shocking. And you know what? Like I said on the fan forum, right, before I even get deep into it, the biggest thing that I actually saw today, away from Harry Maguire doing breeze, away from Fred and McTominay not being good enough, McTominay coming off the bench and doing stupidness, away from we don't create chances, away from Ollie couldn't adapt to what was going on, away from all of that, today, and some people may say it's taking you this long, but I just looked at what Brendan Rodgers is and can do with his squad versus what Ollie can do or is doing. And I just saw a better manager. That's it. Like, you know, when you're just breaking down all of these things of the stuff that we need. Yeah, we need a right winger, striker, centre back, CDM, etc. And people may turn that and say, yeah, but that's exactly why Ollie's not doing very well. But bro, they got like players like Albright and right wing back and stuff. They got like Johnny Evans and Sionchu, like Fofana, just 19-year-old kid brought in from France. Like, you can get the best out of what you've got if you know how to use it properly. And when it comes down to it, when the chips are down and it really comes down to it, to a manager who is sticking it on you, let's say, like a Rodgers will, we didn't have any answers today. And it's another not semi-final, it's another cup competition bottled when it really comes down to it. And the display from all of the players just was not good enough. That Fred today, right, and Ollie done the same thing in a different context, though, against PSG when Fred was teetering on the edge and should have got taken off, left him on to get sent off. Today was a different thing. He just left him on to get progressively worse and worse and worse. And I thought it was such a disgrace, the fact that you make 4 substitutions. That's another thing that pissed me off. You make 4 substitutions and not one of them is Fred. Like, people saying to me, like, oh, don't get onto Ollie Flex because he made 4 subs at 60th minute, to be fair. That shows that he's on stuff. Yeah, he made 4 subs, but he made some of the wrong ones. Then McTominay comes on and has an absolute disaster class. Now, you can't blame that on Ollie, but McTominay comes on, gives a stupid free kick against Castagna, I think it is, or whoever. No, Priat, maybe. I can't remember. Who's not going anywhere, brings him down, then can't take accountability for his man, doesn't know where Iheanacho is behind him or bad position, and he's underneath the ball trying to head it. So the goal's his fault for giving the ball away, giving away the free kick and not marking up properly at the back post. Questionable on Dean Henderson again, but, you know. Midfield, Matic, so slow. You look at the goal for the second goal where Tielemans drives. He plays one basic 1-2. It's not even like a quick transition, like bam, bam, like rah. If that was anyone but Matic there who could actually turn and get back into position, if that was a Declan Rice there or an Ndidi playing for us against that situation, they sort that out, or a Kante or Fernandinho or Rodri, whoever. But the way that Matic just got 1-2'd with Tielemans was just awful. And then Fred just half comes across, Lindelof half doesn't come out. Maguire, even for the goal that we can see, why are you giving it to Fred there? Like, I'm all for this whole, like, if the manager wants you to play that way. I'm not one of these fans who just say, just boot it long every time. I'm not one of them fans who say that, especially if your manager is trying to instill something in the team that is a way of playing. Because, you know, when you get them moves that are like 25 passes long and you go and score from it, you're building off of that. Like, Leicester play the same way, but you have to know when to do it. Fred, in his fairness, before I get to how shit his mistake was, in fairness to Fred, Maguire, why the fuck are you giving it to him there? Why? You can see, like, he's got a man up his arse, he's got a player just in front of him, and he's got Iheanacho to the right of him. So he doesn't really have much options but to hook it straight out of play or give it back to Dean Henderson, but with more pace than he obviously did. And he chooses the latter, and that's where it is Fred's fault, which is just a shit pass with no care taken on it at all. And then he was just rattled after that and got worse throughout the game. And the fact that Ollie didn't take him off until the 80 whatever minute and stick Ahmad on 3-1 down, disgrace. Again, shit. The diamond, going back to a diamond. Why? When does a diamond ever work for us? Like, consistently through a game? Unless, I think it was against PSG we did it in the second half when we won the game over there in Paris. But we never started with that. We started with a 5 at the back, and I'm sure we went to a diamond when Pogba came on. Different context. It worked arguably against Leipzig in the first leg when we won, what was that, 5-0. But that game was just weird. Like, it was 1-0 for a while, and then all of a sudden I think Rashford came on or whatever, and then we were just in on goal every time. But don't let that trick you into thinking that all of a sudden a diamond is the right way to play. Like, what made Ollie think to play this way? I don't understand. I don't get it. And then, okay, cool. You can make a fuck up like early doors, right? And say this isn't going well. First 15 minutes, we're not going well with this at all. And yeah, we even managed to get back into the game. But then at half time, when you can see the course of the way the game went, because even in the first half, even when we got the equaliser, there were still dangerous moments for Leicester because we had zero control over the whole game from the start right to the end. So why not change the shape? Why not change the shape? You haven't played with a diamond almost all season. And then in our, all the games are our biggest game of the season right now. Your next game is your biggest one. We're at the business end of the season. So when we played Milan the other day, when we had to score, that was the biggest game of the season. But this was the biggest game of the season because it was today, it was now, and it's knockouts. Why go back to a formation that doesn't work for us? Why? Where did that idea come from? And then furthermore, when you can see it doesn't work, why not just change it? Van der Beek, look, the jury's going to be out. Everyone's got the different opinions. Clearly, we have no clue how to use the guy. He was playing just fine when he got taken off. How about you get Fred off, put Van der Beek back into that position, go to a midfield three, right, instead of this shit diamond that we keep trying to play with, which completely gives us no width. Maybe get Dan James on and stretch the play. People may laugh, but it's true. But if you are going for Cavani, all right, fine. Put Mason Greenwood on the right, Martial on the left, Cavani up front, Bruno in the 10, and play Pogba and Matic in there, or Pogba and McTominay, or whatever you wanted to do. Why? I don't get it. Or I just don't get it. The subs just didn't make sense, and you know what? There was just no reaction from the players. You do have to look at the players in this as well. They were shocking, absolutely shocking. They just went from bad to worst. We've done well to get back into the game, but from there, I think we needed help tactically to change that game because Leicester they were so comfortable and so autonomous in what they were doing. Everything was just automatic, bang, bang, bang. The pressing at the right time, the how to use the ball, how to stretch the pitch, what areas to drift into. Iheanacho turned into flipping Mbappe today, pretty much. Like, he was just calling the shots. And the goals we conceded as well were just so soft. So soft. I'm fuming. I really am fuming. And it's not even more that we lost the game, because I'm not one of these entitled fans. Like, you can lose, innit? Leicester are third in the league, chasing our asses the whole time by 1 point. Like, they're up there for a reason. They're a flipping good team. And it's almost like Ollie think he just went and could just mug them off. Like, they ain't a good team. Or and I know we need to make changes here and there, but I did say it. Remember when I said the Telles thing? I was like, I can't put my foot on it. I can't put my finger on it. I said my hand, my foot, my finger. I'm just doing a madness because I'm vexed. I can't put my finger on it as to why we are so much better with Luke Shaw over Telles there, because Luke Shaw's he's just miles better, but we just are, and it just upset the rhythm. I'm just blaming it all on Telles because that's unfair, but that was just one of the things. Matic was just, he's done, man. He's done. As much as I think he can come in and give a calming influence here or there, he's done at this level, especially against Tielemans and Ndidi, a man that can move and stuff like that, and a well-drilled team like Leicester. So that is an issue. And it was just a shit show from start to end. But back to what I was saying, it's not so much that we lost the game, it's the manner we lost the game, man. I'm just like, we got to do way better than that. We just went out on a limp. Biggest game of the season. You want to right the wrongs. You can get a chance to play Southampton in the semi-final. And then you go and do that. And, this is a chance to stop Manchester City getting a quadruple. Did the players care about that today? Did Ollie care about that today with the way he set us out? It was almost like he thought I could make changes for this one. I could I could even change system. Why did he change the system? What the I can't understand why we played a diamond. I really don't. And you lot saw the fan cam with Ricky. It got heated because I'm not having it. He was talking about Mason Greenwood and, it's his job. He needs to hold on to the ball for it. If he didn't score, we wouldn't even have a chance to flip and get back in the game. And the reason, and yeah, you could talk about looking after the ball a bit better. But how much of the ball did he even see because of our shit midfield and shit defence putting pressure on us, giving away stupid goals? How much of the ball did Mason even see? Give him a break, man. Not having that. And Martial, same thing. What did he even do? He didn't. I'm not even going to get onto him because I can just agree that he just hardly had the ball. He hardly had the ball. Mason scored the goal. Come on, man. So yeah, we got into that. But that is one good thing about fan opinion. That's what we do here. No matter what your opinion is, you can come and you can say your opinion and we talk it out. That's what it should be about. But that annoyed me. But big up to Rick, man. I get on well with Rick. I don't agree with everything he says, but we're all different. That's how we look at football. But we probably need this 2-week rest, I suppose. But it's not really a rest, is it? Because the players are going out to play. Come back against Brighton. They just spanked Newcastle yesterday. We've got to put in a performance against them because we need to just secure that second place / top 4 as well. I still don't think it's over yet. West Ham getting that draw today helps, but Chelsea's still going to be sniffing around, and any slip ups, people are going to be waiting to cash in, and we need to make sure we come correct. So all eyes on the Europa League now, isn't it? It's all about the Europa League, because if he doesn't win that, which we've got a good chance of winning, but then we'll be one of the favourites. Whether we've got a good chance of winning it by the decisions that Ollie makes and what happens when it comes to crunch time, I'm not confident. I'm not confident that when the shit hits the fan, I know we did well to get past AC Milan, but when the shit hits the fan, I just think that we lack the minerals. I think Ollie lacks the nous to it. I think we lack the minerals. And I don't want to go as far as say I don't think he'll ever win as a trophy, but I can only go off the evidence, and it doesn't fill me with too much confidence. It doesn't, because we just keep seeing the evidence support otherwise, and that's a very annoying situation to have to be in. So yeah, roll on after the international break. Let's have a break from Man United for a little bit. They, topsy-turvy week. I did have a feeling that one would go. I did say that, didn't I? Beginning of the week, I said I more had a bad feeling about the AC Milan game, but I thought one cup would go. But I thought it would probably be the other way around. But there you go. Leicester, to be fair, you always do this when you dissect your team's bad performance. You forget to just give props to the other team. Played us off the park. Brendan Rodgers got them to a T. You have Fofana going into challenges, being tactically aware. Sionchu and Evans, the same thing. You had their wing backs just doing bits, same thing. Midfield, Tielemans just ran the show along with Wilfred and Ndidi, who was everywhere. Vardy should have scored, but was almost retired. Maguire today, and Iheanacho just bossed it. And 2 well taken goals from him. So yeah, you got to big up Leicester on that as well, and hopefully they go on to win it. Because I definitely don't want Manchester City to win it. But yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? Roll on. I'm out of it. Peace.